Alrighty, folks, we are back with the one and only Mr. Stephen Dow, Velocity Mortgage. We're going to talk about a loan product that he calls the Fast 50 and
Right.
actually doesn't require a FICO score. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good. And yourself?
I'm doing well. Do the marketing spiel real quick, and then we can get into what is the Fast 50 and why is this new tweak so awesome for investors?
You got it. Again, although I work very happily for Velocity Mortgage Capital, all the ideas and topics discussed on this channel, that of my own. So let's get it going. Fast 50, just as the name, implies, it's meant to be fast because, again, I don't require any tax returns, pay stubs, W-2s, no 12 to 24 months bank statements, and in many cases, no DSCR either. It used to require a minimum 650 FICO. Now we don't have a minimum FICO score, but here's the benefit. Not only typically at 50% LTV and under, you get the best rates, but also with that particular Fast 50 program, we're very lenient on consumer and mortgage related debt. I mean, you could be 1 day out of BK. You can have multiple foreclosures in the last however number of months. 100 days, 180 days late, couple short sales. Everything flies, right?
Ugly credit file.
Right. This is really probably very close to what a true hard money loan would be, although the terms are better because it's 30-year fixed, 30-year amortized, right? You can also add up to 10 years of interest only for the first 10 years of your 30-year fixed loan. So the only caveat is max 50% LTV, and the subject property cannot be in an active NOD. But from 75,000 up to 2 million, no ratio, basically.
Now, so let's talk about the first word in the Fast 50, fast.
Yes.
We're talking sub 2 weeks, sub 3 weeks, kind of reasonable.
I mean, again, yes, definitely, because it's probably sub 3 weeks, only because typically the appraisal, right? That's the portion. But we can get, accommodate a rush. I just had a loan submitted on Monday. We got it rushed and found an appraiser that can accommodate. We got the report back this morning.
Oh, wow. Thursday morning. Okay.
Yeah. So it doesn't always happen that way. It doesn't always line up where we got somebody that can accommodate a rush and is available, but this one worked out. So it can happen very quickly.
Yeah. So, okay. It can be done quickly. Again, no file, no score, all of those things. And then the 50 obviously is 50% LTV. You can do the 10% or 10 years interest only. All the normal velocity kind of tweaks. I am curious, and maybe the answer is no, which is okay. But does the Fast 50 support the 90%? Like if we got the seller to take back a 40% second, does that work, or is this
that's why I love talking to you? Yes. Creative minds think alike. Yes, that's another option, that even if we were max at 50% LTV, this 90% CLTV still applies. I know, dude. I know. Well,
so let me get this right. 1 day out of bankruptcy, multiple short sales, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
To $2 million, I could get 90% leverage with
90%
velocity.
CLTV, right.
CLTV.
If seller's willing to, carry, subordinate, whatever 40. The case is,
I actually thought we were 50. I thought you were going to say no. I really thought you would say no.
I know. So imagine somebody with like, not so good credit. They can at least get the 50% LTV. If seller has enough equity, they can make up that other 40%. Buyer can put down as little as 10% down with crappy credit. Up to 2 million. And that's our residential. We can do this even on commercial.
So I could get an 8-unit building, a 10-unit building, assuming it's, priced under $2 million.
Yep.
You're just taking away all these excuses. That's what you're doing.
Well, I mean, again, I'm not, no lender could be everything to everybody. It's just that, we've found our lane and,
your niche.
We've figured out a couple of things that our niche, and we do it pretty well and we stay in our lane. But yeah, like on stage when we were at the 50K celebration, it's almost like when they say no, Uncle Steve will say yes, so, but no, it's, I think it's a game changer because with that Fast 50 and the previous minimum FICO score of 650 or higher, that was difficult because by the time all those derogatory things are happening, it would impact their score, right? Unless that loan was like a private loan, or they had most of their loans, private or hard money that they don't impact their FICO because they don't report. That may be right. But in most instances, it's like, okay, you got foreclosures, short sales, maybe not on the subject property, but that's going to hit your score, right? Now, it's like, oh my God. So definitely uptick in business. It's actually starting as of today. That's going to be the new guideline. So no minimum FICO score requirement, maximum 50% LTV, but you know,
Yeah, again, the
180-day
50,
mortgage rates, I'm
yeah, it
okay
doesn't
with.
matter. This doesn't matter. 54 to
Just the
10.
subject property cannot have
Yep.
that active foreclosure. You know what I mean? If you got all these other bad things happening, but you got a subject property that's free and clear all day, 50% LTV up to 2 million, no questions asked.
You got to watch the deep dive. I just reloaded the deep dive with Stephen Dow. For some reason, I couldn't find it, so I went out, got it, reloaded it. There's a playlist.
We can do another
called
one
Deep
if you
Dive.
ever want.
Yeah, we could do another one maybe. Yeah, maybe we'll do another
We can
one.
call it Deeper.
The deeper dive on the 50, 40, 10. All right, folks, leave a comment below.
Pretend to get like some scuba gear. And I'm like, all right, let's go deeper. We're here to go deeper. Anyway.
There you go. Well, I don't know if you remember the last time we did that. We actually had it an event, right? The one rental at a time family showed up. There's like 50 or 60 people there asking you questions. So yeah, it was good fun. Yeah.
It was.
Yeah. So if somebody wanted to reach out to you and see if you could help them with the 50, 40, 10, the fast 50, how would they reach out?
Again, email is going to be always the best. SDAO at velocity, the word mortgage spelled out.com. In the subject line, please put the acronym ORAAT, stands for one rental at a time, so we can get past the firewall. Body of the email, maybe a brief description, what you're looking for. Property address would be very super helpful. At least state it in state so I know I can lend there. Your mid FICO score, best phone number, and I'll typically be in touch within 24, 48 hours.
Man, you're amazing. I got to tell you, dude, I thought you would say no. I really did. Like, I'm going to ask him this question.
This 90% CLTV thing is really taking off. And in some cases, I'm getting more, requests from loan professionals asking that when they didn't even know that we offered that. So when I say yes, just like you said, a little surprised, like, wait, what? You said yes? Yes. So it gets the creative juices going. And then now it's just having those meaningful conversations with the seller. Hey, can you,
can you really
need all
do
the proceeds from the sale? Yeah. How much can you hold? How long? And then it's working, man. It's happening. I've gotten a couple of deals right now in action. So
awesome, folks. Again, the 90% CLTV, look at the deep dive. It is that powerful. Again, 50% rates with velocity, get the seller take back a second. You only bring in 10%. Now, no minimum FICO. It's crazy. I did not expect that answer, but you are amazing. SDAO at velocitymortgage.com. 5 letters in the subject line, ORAAT, to get past the firewall. You're amazing, man. Take care.
Thanks, Mike. Likewise. Take care.